everyone, and welcome back to the Metal Coffee Shop Soundstage. We are live at METALCON 2024 in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm Karen Edwards, and I am just thrilled to be sitting here with metal industry legend, Randy Chafee.
I think that's a way of saying old.
No, man, Randy, he's a road warrior, right? I see on social media, you are just on the road all the time. You are great about posting what's going on social media. I love following you.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate what you guys do, and you know, and that's one of my favorite subjects is how today's world, man, we can take advantage of social media. If you're not taking advantage of it, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'll be bold about that. It's a mistake because it's such a tool to let people know where you're at, what you're doing.
Well, that's what I feel like. I haven't seen Randy in a long time, right? But I feel like, oh, I know Randy was just here, or he was just doing that. Right. So you feel more present in my environment than otherwise.
Oh, exactly. And you're right. We haven't seen each other in maybe a year, at least, probably. Yeah. But I see you all the
virtually
time.
Too.
Virtually, exactly. And that's the key. You know, there's so many things we can do. You know, if we had a show, these sort of things. Yeah. Take a video from somebody's booth. Take a picture with people you see. Yeah. Take a picture entering the show hall. Yeah. Because, you know, I think what that does for, if you're a contractor, an installer, or a supplier, I think what that does is lets people know you're real, you're out there, you're engaged, and you're involved in the industry.
Yes. And
people want to know that. And if you're a current or a past customer, it's going to reinsert the reason they bought from you. Because even though they're in the process, they're going, I know, that's just why I bought from this person. Yeah. They really are involved in the industry. And if you're just in the quoting process or even just in the thinking process, and they haven't even determined who they're going to talk to yet, they do want to talk to somebody they know, right? Because people, all things being equal, it's an oldie but goodie, right? That people buy from who they know, like, and trust, right?
That's true.
And then what better way to let them know, like, and trust you if you let them know who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, and just like by being here at this show, you are telling the world out there that you are learning about the latest trends and technologies in metal, and that you're staying on top of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, as a customer, if I'm looking to buy a metal roof, whether it's commercially, residential, industrial, whatever the reason, or doing anything in the world of metal, I want to buy from somebody that's involved and engaged and up to date.
Right.
You know, I want to buy somebody that's going to be able to tell me, here's all these options. And by the way, I was at METALCON 3 weeks ago, and I just found this really new option. This might be something we want to look at for you, right? Yeah. People want that. And when they see that you're out there doing that, they're just more likely to look at you as that trusted advisor than they are with somebody that they never see, or they just found in the, I'm going to really date myself now. See the legend, the yellow legend. Pages. Remember those things?
True. You always wanted to be alphabetical, right?
Yeah. I used to get whacked in the head by my dad with those when I was bad.
The yellow pages.
Which is what's wrong with me, because it was a lot.
They were thicker. They were much thicker back then.
And I was in trouble a lot.
So, Randy, you are a manufacturer's rep for a lot of different products, and you are active in the industry. What are some of what do you see going on?
Well, you know, Karen, that's what's so exciting, right? We've never been at a more exciting time. I know it's an easy thing to say, but, and we were just talking, I see different numbers, but 12 to 18% of the industry is metal in the residential world, for example, and that's where I see a lot of growth.
Yeah.
You know, the metal buildings, the post frame buildings is predominantly metal and has been and probably will be. The real growth I see in my world is residential, and it's a large part because of all the different patterns, all the different prints, all the different color options, the panel options, you know, the different standing seam options, even in the fasten through with the better long life fasteners, with some of the new panels that look a little more standing seam-ish, if you will.
Right.
And like I said, the stone coated and painted to look like shingles and painted to look like slate. There's just so many options, and what that really does for us as an industry is it moves people that might have said, in residential now, I just don't want it to look like a pole barn. I don't want it to look like my dentist's office.
Right.
Because
I want it to feel like home.
I want it to look like my, so we've got that option too. So I think that contributes a lot of the growth. And then even in the commercial I think it does, because more and more buildings that you're putting up for commercial stores and shops, you want some unique look.
Right.
You don't want just the same old look that everybody else has, and so there's so many options. So I think that's a lot of fueling the growth, and I think we have a much more, back to what we talked about a minute ago, we have a much more educated consumer now than we used to, all because, and this ties in, all because of the internet, all because of social media,
right.
all because of podcasts, all of the things that they can see and know more about. So we don't have the uneducated customer that we can, I hate to use this word, but trick into buying what it is we want to sell them.
Right.
Because they already probably know more than you know, maybe.
Maybe.
But they know a lot.
Yeah.
So we have to be very genuine, very honest, and be on top of game.
Yeah.
Because I think the worst thing is they investigate on the internet, they see social media, and they know this kind of panel is available, and then they come to you and you say, no, that's not out there.
Right.
Well, maybe
but it is.
But it is. And so I think you lost all credibility when you do that.
Right.
So I think it's more of important than ever for us as professionals in the industry to stay top of game on the knowledge on what's available and how to use it and how to recommend it,
right.
where it works, where it doesn't work, and because the consumer's going to know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they see it every day. And I think also, especially again back to residential, metal's being driven by social media.
For
People
sure.
are out there, they're showing all these projects. Look at this beautiful roof. And I really enjoy seeing all the contractors out there that are posting videos of their
right.
of their projects.
Showcase your work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The drone shots, the interviews with the customer, the walk around the building or the new home or the new project, whatever that may be. Those are huge things, right?
Oh yeah.
And it really will set you apart from, because you might be the best, but if you don't tell people you're the best, or
right.
even better yet, show them, or let your work speak for itself, and let your satisfied customers speak for you, and tell people, man, you got to buy from Karen.
Yeah.
They did top-notch work, because that's where people are going for that.
Yeah, and this has really come about, I think, in the last 10 years or so, 10 to 12 years.
Exactly.
So, you may have been always doing it this way. Well, you can't do it that way anymore.
No.
Or you're just going to be left behind.
Yep. And I had a conversation over breakfast this morning a little on that subject line, that even if you're doing it, and this is an oldie but goodie again, but even if you're doing it right, but you stand still, at some point you're still going to get run over.
Yeah.
You're going to get run over by progress. Not that what you're doing is wrong, but there's just new or better ways, or different even. Could be not even maybe better, it's just different, and it's a new look that somebody likes, a new process that somebody likes. So you need to stay ahead of that curve even faster, or be more relevant in what you're doing at industry shows like METALCON, watching podcasts like your shows.
Yeah. Stay
in tune on what's going on in the industry, because there's no excuse not to.
No.
It's all out there.
It is.
And your customer's going to be.
Yeah.
So if you don't, you're just going to be caught looking, maybe not necessarily like you're lying to them, but misinformed,
right?
Which is probably every bit as bad.
Yeah, how did my contractor not even know that? And I did.
If I'm going to spend $42,000 on this new roof, and you don't even know this is available, and I found it on 16 different YouTubes, 19 different social media posts, I'm not sure I want to spend $42,000 with you.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. And like I said, it's so easy. Going back to that, posting content and doing those things, it's so easy nowadays.
It doesn't take very much.
It takes zero time. And I do, as you mentioned, I do a lot.
You do.
And it's like anything, if you're engaged, it's a priority, and it's important.
Yes.
You find the time to create content. You find time to share. You can have 20 posts a day.
Yeah.
Just by sharing other people's stuff. Right.
That's true. And really, all you need is a phone.
Exactly.
Don't we all have smartphones?
We talked about earlier. I went through 2 batteries already. Here it's only half the day through, because I'm posting, and I'm doing this, and I'm taking videos to post later, and doing those sort of things.
Yeah.
And I think that, like I said, nothing is better than, as a rep, speaking now, for anybody in my world that might ever need or want something that I do, they see me doing this.
Yeah.
They see me walking the show. They see me talking to different people. Again, what we talked about, but it screams engaged.
Right. Yeah,
The guy's
always
out
learning.
there. The guy's learning what's going on. He's got his finger on the pulse, and I think that's important. And we could all do it, and we need to do better.
Yeah, yeah. If you're a contractor and you're coming to the METALCON, take a photo. Take a photo with the brands that you stop by their booth, and you share that on your social media, and people are going to find it.
Well, they are, and if they see 7 different posts from your 2 days here with you with all these different panels, all these different people, all these different suppliers, maybe partaking in a training session or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be a great one. Hey, we're here at METALCON and I'm learning about how to flash a pipe booth.
They have a whole training zone over there. Yeah, you can try it.
Okay, this guy or gal is keeping abreast of what's going on.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, when you do that, you don't have to do the braggy advertising, hey, we're the best, got 419 years in the industry, blah, blah, blah. You're just telling people that you're engaged and you're the best by just showing them that you're there doing the stuff that it takes.
Yeah.
Right? If you do that, it's just so easy.
I know.
And you're going to learn something doing it. And how long does it take to do a 20, 30-second video?
20 or 30 seconds.
Exactly. Throw a short up. Take a video and cut it into shorts later and keep throwing out things.
There's all kinds of tools out there that'll do stuff for you.
I can just off my phone do a video and edit it in about 13 seconds and put it up.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. And don't be afraid,
Don't be afraid.
We have a great social media team that we work with, and they're the up-and-comers. They're the next generation. They've grown up with us, right?
It's kind of like, I've said this before and I believe it, that if you're not active on social media, and I'm sorry for anybody that don't like it, but that's me. If you're not active on social media, you're not going to be seen as involved in the industry. And it's like it used to be with websites.
Yeah.
I mean, websites are taken for granted now. We all have a website.
Right.
That's almost like
an email address.
You just have that before you start.
Yeah.
But if you don't have social media, and if people can't find you on social media, to a large group of people, you don't exist.
You don't exist. Yeah.
And the person they see does exist.
Yeah.
And they're the people they're going to call.
Yeah.
Even though you might be better.
Yeah.
Right?
So, hey, if you're not following Randy on social media, follow him, because he shares great content that you could share.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Share the stuff, man. And that's the beauty of it. I share what you do. You share what I do. We all share what each other does. It's a term, right, that we all that do this know is you borrow other people's audience, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got somebody that's got 10,000 followers and they share my stuff. I just shared my stuff to 10,000 potentially brand new people.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
In 13 seconds.
Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty easy.
Well, so if you're coming out to METALCON, look for Randy bopping around the trade show floor, because that's what he does.
I'll be here.
Stops and says hi to everybody. Take a photo with him if you do see him.
I love that.
Yeah.
And post it.
Yes.
And then I'll post it.
And Randy, I want to say thank you for being an influencer on Metal Coffee Shop.
Oh, you're welcome.
He shares his wisdom each month, so definitely follow us on social media, because we share Randy's content as well. Thank you so much for being here, Randy.
My
it was
pleasure.
great to
Thanks
see
for all
you.
you guys do. It's great.
Yeah, thank you everybody out there for watching, and feel free to share this video on your social media platforms. Stay tuned, because we're going to be broadcasting live the rest of the day today, all day tomorrow, and a little bit on Friday, and we hope to see you on future videos live from METALCON. See you next time.